What's up, everyone? This is Josh from the 20-something gamer from the 20somethinggamer.com. Got another Battlefield 3 on PC with an Xbox controller gameplay. And yeah, that's how it started. This commentary, not live. I did record a live commentary while I was playing this. About 3/4 of the way through it, my dog, who was sitting on my bed, maybe 2 feet away from me, started squealing. He's not feeling well, and he was in pain, I guess. I tried working through it, but it just wasn't. That's not the way to do it. Not that it wasn't professional or anything. I mean, because I'm not trying to be super professional with these, but it didn't sound right. And the rest of it was quality too. I brought up a couple of points, recent posts on the website. The first one that I did bring up had to do with Star Wars: The Old Republic going free to play, and there was some horrible fire with the controller. Anyway, going free to play, I posted a video a while back when I actually tried out Star Wars: The Old Republic on one of the free to play weekends. And maybe it's just that I wasn't an MMO guy. I mean, I mentioned this earlier, it just wasn't my thing. But it's going totally free to play, so not having a time constraint, and there was some lag right there. I didn't even see anybody. I mean, come on. Anyway, not having a time constraint, with a $15 subscription, being able to just play at your leisure, buy things to make the game better, I think that's pretty cool. I really think that, and I'm not alone here, that free-to-play is totally the option, or totally the future, I should say, for MMOs. I don't think you're going to see another World of Warcraft, something that's got 12, 15 million subscribers, just dominate ever again. And this game was a game of weird spawns. I gotta say that. I mean, I think there's already been 2 or 3 spawns where I just got spawned in and was killed within 3 seconds. And it happens to the other team too. Like later in this video clip, you'll literally see somebody spawn right in front of me. And again, this game didn't seem laggy to me. It didn't seem like I was suffering any ill effects from recording at the same time. Normally, when I turn on fraps and I just use the meter, I get about 140 to 160 frames per second on this. When I'm recording, it dips between 30 and 40. So there's definitely a difference in terms of what I'm seeing versus when I'm recording versus when I'm not. And there was another medic to pick that guy up. So that's something I think I'm adjusting to as well, because I've really only recorded maybe a handful of these gameplays. I haven't posted all of them. I've just posted some games that seem interesting so far, anyway. The second point I brought up was something else I posted on the website recently about Steam going non-gaming with their applications, and I did bring in the whole Gabe Newell, who's the CEO, head of Valve, basically, and I don't know what happened there. Somebody just dropped out in front of me and totally obscured my view, and I ended up getting a kill assist for 100, which I don't think I've ever seen before. So basically, I must have done everything except for like the final blow. Anyway, so maybe it's that, I wouldn't say I'm a Microsoft guy, but I kind of am. And they're good there. Did you see that? Did you see that guy in front of me literally disappear? I was hoping that came through on the recording, because this guy was in front of me. We were, no cover. Neither of us is in a good position there, engaging in a firefight, and I just totally bited here because of my horrible aiming with the controller, but I ended up getting taken out from behind anyway. But that guy was literally disappeared. And then something happened and I died, which wasn't cool. And there's just, a spawn for me where I just drop down and this guy's just running right out in the open. There's nothing he can do about that. This is the Canals again, team deathmatch against 64 players. It's hectic, I like it. It's fun, it's action-packed. You just gotta accept the fact that you're gonna get some horrible spawns where you literally, like the first one of this game, you literally spawn in and you're out in the middle of the open, nothing you can do, boom, you're dead. Anyway, back to what I was talking about with Steam and everything. He he was dumping on Windows 8, calling it closed, calling it, horrible for, the gaming community because it's closed, and, like, that's really not the case. It's like, is it more closed than previous versions of Windows? Yes, in the, based on the fact that there's going to be an app store a la, iPhone, Android, and even Mac. I mean, Mac OS X, the computer operating system for Macs, has had an app store since January of 2011. So, I don't hear him complaining about that. And as I allude to on the, as I mentioned in my article, it's like, okay, why isn't he complaining about that? Well, if you look at the figures of not gamers, PC usage in the world, it's about 90% for Windows, and 8-9% for Mac, and the rest is Linux, or some version of Linux or Unix. Anyway, it's like, listen, you're clearly trying to grow and expand your business into non-gaming things. Totally understandable. Basically, and now I'm getting a phone call, excuse me. Just shut that off for a second. I totally understand that you're getting, you're trying to grow your business into non-gaming things, you're trying to expand, and most of your business, and I mentioned this in the article, it's 90% of all computers are PCs. It's probably fair to say that that percentage is not too far different for just, I think this is where my dog was having the issues. I kind of just am attending to him while, so luckily I didn't get killed there, but luckily my dog seems okay. That's the more important thing. But anyway, it's like, okay, listen, if there's 90% of PCs have Windows, it's probably safe to say that the percentage is kind of somewhat the same for the PC users that use Steam. So it's like, okay, you're trying to grow into non-PC gaming enthusiasts, trying to get their business. What are they going to do? Use the operating system that's, the app store that's built into the OS that's right in front of them? Literally built into the operating system. They see it when they log on. Or are they going to go to some gaming website called Steam that maybe their friends told them about or something? That's what he's hating on. He's hating on the fact that he's going to have some major competition. Something Steam can't really. There's this enemy spawn that I was talking about. And of course, lag, whatever. I don't end up killing him. I actually, maybe I did kill him. I got a kill and a couple assists there. So, well, I don't know. Anyway, that was my whole thing about Steam and Windows 8. It's like, listen, don't hate on it, calling it a closed system. Anything that runs on Windows 7 can run on Windows 8, and there's a total loss from the controller. Did get the assist, though. Got lots of assists this game. To be honest, I don't even know what my kill-death ratio was in this one, which is kind of the whole point of this series, but I was, more concerned with my dog's health at this point. I do end up playing for another couple of minutes or so, and look at this, boom. We all spawn in at the same time. 2 on my guys, 1 of them. Who do you think wins? And here's me. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm ducked back around that corner, right? That's gotta be some lag. Anyway, so those are the 2 points that I had, I recently sounded off on the website. I'll, there's always a link in the description if you want to read those. Comment on it here, comment on it on the website. I'm not like a Windows fanboy, although my job, my full-time job, does have to do with Microsoft SQL Server and Microsoft SharePoint. I'm admins for both of those applications, so I do use, I'm dependent on Microsoft for my job, mostly. If they hadn't built those platforms, then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, and I enjoy what I do. So maybe I'm a little biased, but not much. It's like, when I see faults with them, I'll readily admit it. Just like, I kind of tell it how I see it when it comes to that stuff. It's like, in terms of Microsoft, like, how many different names have they given their chat programs? MSN Messenger, Windows Messenger, Windows Live Messenger, Groove, when they bought that. Now it's Microsoft Sync. It's and that's all in the span of, I don't know, the last 5 or 6 years. It's, how do you expect somebody to keep up with that? Anyway, trying to bring this back on topic. Again, I wanted to post this gameplay. It wasn't really the most exciting thing. That's a fancy bit of shooting, if I'd have to say so, with the controller. That's long range. I mean, the AK-74 is, I believe, a medium-style thing. Medium-range gun. That's me trying to check my score there, but I gotta have to scroll down to see, and I'm not using the mouse. And I get this guy cleaning up right there. Nice. you know, even if you discount the 2 or 3 deaths that I'm going to discount, and I'm a little late there, and I never see this coming. At this point, my dog is not looking happy, so I end up wrapping it up here. But anyway, I know I kind of jumped across the board there. If you got a comment, love to hear it. Talk to you guys next time.